Hello guys, today's video is quite unique. I just wanted to talk about why simplicity beats complexity in this game. But before we start the video, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, as 94% of you aren't subscribed yet. It would show great support to me and lets me know that you enjoy this type of content. If you want to save money and want to top up at the same time, then lootbar.gg has got you covered. They're offering an exclusive 15% discount to all ZZZ Zero top-ups. Just follow the link in the description or the pinned comments. Let me show you how easy it is. You select the pack you want, insert your UID, and select the server you're in. And voila, there you have it. It's quick, easy, and secure, with multiple positive reviews from all around the globe. Even great content creators such as Gaja, Juice, and Tivat Times use their services. Thank you Lootbar for sponsoring the video. ZZZ Zero is one of the most awesome games that you could play so far, and it's not even close to what other Hoyoverse provide you with. For example, when you look at ZZZ Zero, you're going to feel like it's a very fast-paced game that requires you to clear as fast as you can. While if you look at Genshin Impact, for example, they have this open world theme where you could end up doing endgame like Abyss and try to test if you could clear as fast as you can. Obviously, this is encouraged by the community. Same thing is also encouraged in ZZZ Zero. In the community, if you clear faster with an agent, this ends up being way more favorable than any other character. But I wanted to talk about a very specific agent, Harumasa. Why is a complex agent overshadowed by a simplistic one like Juyuan? Because even when Evelyn is now getting released, people started realizing that when you use characters like Soldier 11, you're not really getting rewarded when you put that much effort into it, compared to Evelyn, who has a very simplistic playstyle and ends up being overshadowing Soldier 11 herself, and at the same time she also obviously dishes out way more damage. So what exactly is the play here? I typed in my Discord server and wanted to know what my community thought of Harumasa. For example, why is he not that favored, or why is he not played as much as, for example, other characters? While people gave me some answers that are generally good, others didn't align with what I wanted. For example, because he's a free male agent, people didn't want to play him. In a game that is very populated with, let's say, female agents, not a lot of people wanted to play him. While that is technically true and it plays a small role in this game, I wanted to also know more on what people thought. For example, some people gave me great answers, like for example Big Guy, who responded with, because he's very complex and difficult, the Harumasa ended up being one of the most not enjoyable characters for some people, because you want to end up watching Yoji or even Land Zero to learn the combo for 10 times at least. While that is actually true, there is also a small minor fact, which is people wanting to play him and learn him. When we entered that field, people started realizing that it's not worth to put that much effort into a character that doesn't need that much. As an example, Harumasa came out with Miyabi and he became overshadowed as well. People did not want to play Harumasa when there's an agent like Miyabi being out. People wanted to play Miyabi because of how simple it is. So, simplicity overshadowed that complexity that Harumasa has. It always has been actually a case in Hoyoverse games, where we saw Neuvillette dominating on C0 and soloed Abyss. This alone in itself sparked a lot of questions on people's minds. Is it actually worth to learn someone who is very complex? Or is it actually worth to learn that complex character and be unique about it? While that is actually true, and that is technically what people think so far, I want to mention something. Simplicity and complexity in this game, or any other game as a matter of fact, is also something that people should consider as also a skill that is required in this game. Like, it turns a character from being powerful to much more powerful. For example, let's look at Genshin. When we have Neuvillette and then we compare him to Tartaglia. I know it's not a perfect example because, honest to God, I'm just giving an example. While people still play international, there are some people that generally put a lot of effort and reset multiple times to get the results of what other players could do with Neuvillette, for example. It's not even reaching the peak of what Neuvillette can do. Neuvillette doesn't require that much effort, so he ends up being very simple and realistic for people that want to finish fast and get out. Same thing applies here. When you compare characters like Harumasa to Juyuan, simplicity becomes way more powerful. It's a skill in itself that increases the value of this agent and becomes way more favorable than the other agent. So, when you look at agents such as Harumasa, him being complex doesn't mean he's bad, it's just that it's also a skill that you need to acquire in order for you to play him at his peak potential. While that is also a case, there's also something else I want to mention. When we compare both simplicity and complexity, we have to keep in mind that these two things don't really align with each other. As a matter of fact, you'll see some people comparing a simple agent to a complex agent, and this defines how skillful you are. At the end of the day, it all comes down to whether you play the simple character in a unique way or the complex one and be unique in your own way. For example, in a complex area, people don't want to spend effort into the character that they don't want to like, while on the other hand, if you have characters that are very simple and they get the job done and give the same exact results as the complex ones, they end up being way more favorable than the complex ones. So at the end of the day, you have to keep in mind that simplistic characters actually don't require that much effort, so that's why when we want to compare them, they aren't on the same tree or even heights when it comes to the skill that the player has. Simple characters will always be dominant no matter what players have to do with them. Even if you play a complex character, people might spark an interest out of the character himself or an agent as a matter of fact. But at the end of the day, this is a character that is very not liked by the community as it seems. Not a lot of people seem to like Harumasa, but I do know quite a lot of few people that actually enjoy and play him, including myself. So, when we look at simple agents, these simple agents will simply topple over the complex ones. So, when you look at an agent that is going to be released that's complex, keep in mind that not a lot of people will have the favoritism towards them. Even though they might be meta for some time, I'm pretty sure Hoyoverse themselves are going to release a character that is going to be the same element that they will be toppling over them as well and be simple at the same time. Am I right, Hoyoverse? But at the end of the day, I wanted to share this thought with you guys to let you know that this is just my honest opinion. Obviously, each opinion varies from person to a person, so I'd like to know your thoughts. And since it's hard to reach out to the community, I wanted to talk with you guys on Discord rather than the YouTube community services or even on Discord server itself. Come join my Discord, let's have a topic there as well. I genuinely would like to have different thoughts and different approaches as a matter of fact, because honest to God, this game is way too fun, and I don't want to view it in a negative way, nor do I encourage this type of behavior. But at the end of the day, this is something that I wanted to share with you, so take it with a grain of salt. But this is the video and we have reached the end. Hopefully I've earned your subscription today. If I didn't, let me know in the comment section below if I said anything wrong or you disagree with me. Also, come join my Discord. I know I've been saying it a lot, but I would genuinely like to have more people to talk with and have some opinions to share with them. Maybe some people might change my mind and tell me that maybe complex agents are way more favorite in this game. But until then, see you in the next one.